It's baseball time back here at Palm Springs Stadium. Palm Spring Power. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Palm Spring Power YouTube channel. Tonight, the Palm Spring Power are going to be taking on the Havasu Heat in Game 2 of this two-game series. Last night, they were able to take the victory 7-3, making it 24-1 on their record. Tonight, they're going to be going for their 25th victory of the season. Brae Foust alongside Zach Reynolds. Zach, what's going on, brother?
This is going to be a really fun game. It was a really fun game last night. The Havasu Heat can hit the ball. They were hitting everything hard, even for outs. Luckily, so are the Power. Power had multiple extra base hits and were able to just straight up score runs, and they were. And, hey, that's the name of the game.
Absolutely. Took the mistakes that they were given, and they were able to score on those mistakes. But, again, the Havasu Heat hitting the ball well as we've seen this at least for last night. We're going to have to see how they do against Miles Halligan, who's going to be on the starting mound today. But before we get that, we're going to do the starting rotation in the field. In the outfield for the Palm Spring Power, in the outfield we have Porter Pittman in left, Brandon Leon in center, and Jacob Mejia in right. In the infield, we have Jason Leon at the hot corner, Cole Abrams at short, Tyler Priest over at second base, and Mark Kirkland over at first. And behind the plate is going to be Nick Moss, giving Brian Ball a little break behind the plate. Nick Moss going to get a start here today.
Yeah, absolutely. He's only had a couple for the Power, but he's getting one now, and we'll see what he can do hitting cleanup.
Absolutely. It's going to be also a lot of guys in here that are typically, let's say, in and out of the starting lineup, as we're going to be giving a couple of the normal starters a good break, as the playoffs are going to be starting up on this Saturday. Game number 1, the Palm Spring Power have the number 1 seed. They're going to be facing the Inland Valley Bucks. Game 1 here at Palm Springs Stadium, and Sunday going to be over there getting a 2-game series, or hopefully just one, actually. So, with that being said, the Havasu Heat are ready, the Palm Spring Power are ready, umpires are ready. We're ready to bring you some more Palm Spring Power baseball action here on our YouTube channel. On a beautiful, hot day, but a beautiful day nonetheless, Zach.
Absolutely. It's a little warm out, but hey, it's California. It's summer baseball. Can't really complain.
Absolutely. Miles Halligan, 35 strikeouts to start the season. His first pitch of the night, going to be a little up on the zone, and we are underway. Start off with the 1-0 count.
A lot of strikeouts this year, 35 and 25 innings on a 2.88 ERA.
Hoping to bump those numbers up as well. Next pitch, a little high again. Starting off a little high with that stride. 2-0 to start things off now. Up to the plate is Coda Larson for the Havasu Heat. He is the leadoff batter. He's going to be shortstop today. Last night here of the last Wine Wednesday here, $4 wine night here at Palm Springs Stadium. 2-0 pitch, swung on liner almost over the head of Cole Abrams, but what a leaping grab. Cole Abrams right there with a line out 6. And that's a pretty nice way to start things off here this ball game.
Absolutely. Cole Abrams is a supreme defender out there at shortstop. All the time you see him making plays behind the second base bag, into the hole. Showed off the hops on that one.
Absolutely. If you're going to play shortstop, you got to have the glove to back it up. So that is going to bring up Robert Gaffney, who is also our beer batter for tonight's game. First pitch to him, swung on foul off in the back of the net. Starts the count off with an 0-1. Wind blowing out maybe to the right center, right field area. Just a little bit of a breeze here, and the misters are going off here as well, as like we said, it is a hot day. It's going to get hotter, though, this week, that's for sure. 0-1 pitch. Taken right over the heart of the plate. Nice little fastball there, 0-2 to start things off.
Jerry Romero behind the plate tonight as the umpire, and he's a Division I umpire, so he's going to be really good back there.
So Miles Halligan trying to strike out the beer batter, 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3 swinging, and that's going to be sending these crowds here a little happy to the concession stand. Nice swing there off the off-speed pitch, breaking ball. And that's a good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the key for Halligan is sometimes he's got his fastball working, sometimes he's got the breaking ball working. If they're both working, he's nearly unhittable. We'll see if he's got both pitches tonight.
Well, that makes it number 36. He's hoping to get a few more strikeouts before we get into the playoff season coming up. First pitch over to Nico Torres. He's going to be swung on and missed. Start things off 0-1. Now, last night we had a pretty good bullpen day. Do you expect another bullpen day, or do you think we're going to see a little bit more length with Halligan?
Halligan can go pretty deep. I mean, he's pitched a complete 7-inning game one time for a doubleheader. Last time out it was only a few innings, though, but we'll see. I think Halligan, if he's got his stuff, he can go pretty deep.
The next pitch a little high, evens the count up at 1-1. want to get back into the dugout and get their bats going. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed off speed breaking ball. Had him chasing on that one, and that moves the count to 1-2.
That one's looking really good. His fastball's got good velocity on it, and that pitch, just the change of speeds, has the hitters way out in front every time.
So with a 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, Miles Halligan hoping to get another strikeout on his record. Next pitch swung on, not even swung on, that was just right down the pipe. That was a pretty good pitch, even had me fooled. So with that strikeout, the second strikeout of the day for Miles Halligan, we're going into the bottom of the first inning. We're going to see if the Power can get some bats going right here on the PSCL Baseball Network.
Imagine a place where birdies tell tales. Where hard to describe is easy to find. A place that brings the stars closer to Earth. Can you imagine? This is Rancho Mirage.
We've reached the bottom of the first inning. Cole Abrams, Jacob Mejia, and Brandon Leon going to get things started off here for the Palm Spring Power. Before we get into that, though, for the Havasu Heat in the field, we have Torres in left field, Dincola in center, and Hall in right. In the infield, we have Bowenchak at the hot corner, Larson at short, Gaffney at second. Behind the plate is Peterson, and Landon Riley is going to be starting things off on the mound for the Havasu Heat. But for our Palm Spring Power boys, Cole Abrams leading off once again. First pitch to him. Looked like that was over the height of the plate. Start things off 0-1. Cole Abrams typically likes to take at least one pitch every now and then. 0-1 pitch. Oh, checked it. Barely tried to get it out of the way, but unfortunately the barrel of the bat just ricocheted off that, and now it's going to be a 0-2 count.
Abrams has had an incredible second half of the season. Even last night he led off the game for the Power with a double.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, lined over to the left field line. Bowenchak has that ball, has the throw over to Gaffney, stepping off, but the tag is applied, and that is going to be a pretty nice little play for out number 1.
Well, Casey Bowenchak over there for the Heat at third base yesterday, I noticed a lot. He has a cannon of an arm, and he showed it off a little bit right there.
Yeah, showed it off and almost threw off Gaffney off the bag, but nonetheless did make the tag. So Jacob Mejia now up to the plate for the Power. First pitch to him is going to be in the dirt and low for a ball. So Jacob's going to start with a 1-0 count. Been doing pretty solid as a two-man on the lineup as of late. Next pitch, another low one again, 2-0 to start things off.
Yeah, Mejia is actually third on the team in OPS, right behind Groves and Blythe.
2-0 pitch, little chopper over the first base side. Gaffney has the ball. He's going to take it himself, and that's going to be out number 2, 3 unassisted. An easy play there. Jacob Mejia's going to be set down. So now that's going to bring up Brandon Leon in the third spot. Him and Jason Leon. Both of them have been struggling a little bit as of late, but they've been still swinging the bat pretty good, putting the ball in play at least, and they're gonna have a chance here to prove what they got.
Brandon Leon's a guy that we know has some pop if you can get a hold of one.
First pitch to him, little inside, a little too far inside. 0-1 to start things off. Riley kicks, and he deals a little chopper, high chopper over to Riley. Is Brandon Leon going to make it in time? He is actually. It's going to be thrown away. And Brandon's going to move over to second base easily. So it looks like that might be a single with an E1. And then we're having some more throwaways here. But luckily with Brandon Leon, he's going to get over to second base. And the Power have themselves a runner in scoring position, still with 2 outs.
Put the ball in play. Good things will happen. Leon gets a single there and then gets to advance to second on the air.
So that's going to bring up Nick Poss, the man behind the plate. He's going to be in the cleanup spot, a good prime position here to get the Power on the board early with Brandon Leon moving over to second base. Poss hasn't played a whole lot here, but he's getting his chops in, ready to go. First pitch, a little outside. Nice take there, just for a ball 1.
Well, he's played in 2 games. This is his 3rd game. He's gone 2 for 6 at the plate so far, and going to try to add to that here and tack on an RBI.
The 1-0 pitch. Outside again. Does catch that outside corner and evens it up at 1-1. A nice placement there by Riley.
Riley's a tall, lanky right-hander here for the Heat.
Doesn't it look like he has a whole lot of power, but he does on his velo. Next pitch, though, high and inside. Moves the count to 2-1. That's what's tricky about him. Looks like he doesn't have a whole lot of strength, but we've seen him got some pop on his arm. So 2-1 is the count. Brandon Leon over at second base. Here's the pitch. Fastball does catch that outside corner, a little low as well, and evens it up again at 2-2. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Nick Poss trying to get the first run across for the Power to start things off here early in the game. Riley has a sign. He kicks and he deals way outside. An easy take there for Poss. That's going to fill the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's really good at bat for Poss here. He's not even really taking his bat off the shoulder, but he knows his zone well, and as a catcher you should. And even those 2 pitches called for strikes, I know he thought were balls, so he's trying to stay with his approach here.
So the full count now. Riley has a sign. Here's the payoff pitch. Brandon's going to be speeding off. Hit and run was in effect, but Nick Poss is just going to foul that off, and we will do it again at 3-2.
That was a laser shot off the bat. He was just behind on that one. Lined it straight towards the Heat dugout there. That had to have a crazy exit velo on it.
I'm surprised none of them ducked at that one. They just let it go right over their heads. So once again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Riley has a sign. And the payoff pitch. Fastball right down the pipe, strike 3 called, and that will do it for the bottom of the first inning. So Brandon Leon's able to get on the base path, but nothing else after that. We're going into the top of the second. Still the score, 0-0.
Like your bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger.
Go! Your Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
Our family at Desert Air has always had one mission: to provide our community with comfort solutions that fit their lifestyle and budget. For over 65 years, Desert Air strives to meet and exceed our customers' expectations, not only by keeping them comfortable, but by continuing to stand behind our service, products, and knowledgeable staff. Desert Air is family-owned here in the Coachella Valley since 1954 and will continue to be here for all your AC and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
Top of the second now. Miles Halligan back on the mound for the Power. Both teams able to come across with a couple of goose eggs both sides for the top and bottom of the first inning. Miles Halligan, though, start things off with 2 strikeouts. Hoping to add a few more now.
Yeah, he looked really, really good, locked in that first inning. Had both pitches working, the breaking ball especially, was getting some chases and getting hitters way out in front. Look to continue that all night, and if he can, he's going to eat up some innings and get a ton of strikeouts.
So to lead things off for the Heat, it's going to be Chris Ortega. Big guy has some power as he is on the cleanup spot. First pitch to him. Checked his swing, but it is in there anyway. Called strike, 0-1 to start things off here. Looked like a heater catching the inside corner. So 0-1 is the count. Miles Halligan has a sign. He kicks and he deals. Swung on a liner over to Cole Abrams. Not going to have the hops this time, as that is going to get over his head over to Porter Pittman. And that's going to be the Heat's first base hit, and they've got a runner on the base path now.
Chris Ortega can really swing it. Had a double. That was a line shot in right field last night. That one hit really hard. Another line shot to left field for a base hit. And I'll tell you what, this Heat team can really swing the bat. It's just a matter of can they outswing the Power. Not many teams can.
Not a whole lot, absolutely. It's going to bring up Jacob Stein now with a runner over at first base. First pitch to him. Another one of those breaking balls. Swing on. Try to chase that. Starts it off 0-1. Miles Halligan's got that slider or breaking ball just working pretty good here.
It's been really effective for him so far. It's starting on the corner. Hitters think they have to swing at it, and then it breaks away at the last moment.
The 0-1 pitch. Now one outside in the dirt. Evens the count up 1-1. That's what you like to see from your sliders or sliders and curveballs. Able to catch that outside corner and have them chase. Also, those breaking balls back doors, those are tough to swing on as well. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Had a chase of that one, he felt. And now he's got a 1-2 count.
Halligan working really effectively away from the right-handed hitters. Not really seen a left-handed guy yet, but these right-handers, he's working away, and everything's working for him.
So the 1-2 pitch. Fastball had him fooled there, looking for a breaking ball, but got him on the fastball, hard at the plate. Strike 3, number 3 on the day for Halligan, and that is out number 1 here in the top of the second.
And that's why you go away in an at-bat. He went away, got himself a 1-2 count, and then froze him inside. Wasn't expecting it.
Trickery, mastery on the mound here for Miles Halligan. Third strikeout of the day. As that's going to bring up Casey Bonechek. First pitch to him. He starts outside again, but this one a little too high for a ball. 1-0 to start things off. The third baseman ready to get his chops in today. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be popped up. Cole Abrams not having to move a whole lot. Looks it into his glove. Catches that one. That's going to be an easy pop out 6 for the second out of the inning.
Ortega got that leadoff base hit, but now Halligan looking to find his groove immediately. It's nice to see, a guy that, can give up a hard line drive for a hit to the first batter and not let that bother him. He just settles down and continues to go to work.
That's what you'd like to see. Here comes Levi Hall for the Heat. First at bat for him. First pitch to him is going to be swung on. That's going to be lifted high up into center field. Brandon Leon underneath that grabs that one, and that's going to be out number 3. So the Heat are able to get their first base runner on the path, but that's all they can do. We're going into the bottom of the second. Your score still tied at 0-0.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Bottom of the second now, Brae Foust, Zach Reynolds here, bringing you some more baseball action here on the Palm Springs Power Baseball Network. To start things off, it's going to be Jason Leon. Behind him is going to be Mark Kirkland and Tate Gamble in the hole. Jason Leon, 5-man here. First pitch is going to be taken on the outside corner, called strike. 0-1 to start things off here. Jason Leon, hard task of playing on the hot corner today. And the 5-man in the lineup. 0-1 pitch. Looked like an off-speed pitch or breaking ball of some sorts, but does catch the outside corner. Maybe just clipped it enough. 0-2 now is the count.
It's a really good pitch from Riley. Leon down 0-2 now, but he's waiting for his pitch. Didn't like those two pitches outside.
So the 0-2 count. Taken just a little on the outside corner. Thought he clipped that one, but just a little bit outside. 1-2 is the count now. Jason looking to get hot right here. Palm Springs Power going into the playoffs just in a few days.
Oh, game inside the game there. Leon wasn't in the box, and Riley was ready to pitch and started to try to quick pitch him, but Romero didn't let him have that.
The 1-2 pitch swung on. Jason Leon able to battle that one off, pushes that out of play down the right field line, and we will do it again at 1-2.
Congrats to Jason on his recent commitment to Cal State Bakersfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Cal State, let's go, my man.
Division I, just another guy for the Power that has elevated himself this summer.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on nice little battle there. Battle going on right here. Jason Leon fouls that one off, and that time the Heat had to duck out of the way.
I'm really liking this bat from Jason here. He's a guy that sometimes gets swing happy, but he took two pitches, yes, for strikes, but they weren't what he wanted.
Here we go again. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be drilled out to center field. Underneath the nose, Dincola does make the grab, though, and that will be out number 1. So pretty good battle there. Able to put it into play at least, but Dincola's going to get that as a fly out 8. And that's going to be out number 1. That's going to bring up Mark Kirkland up to the plate, playing first base today. Batting around a 260 average here. Has the good power here, but been a little off. When I say a little, he's been pretty on all season, but a little off as of late. First pitch he sees is going to be taken on the outside corner, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. He tried to drill that over to the auxiliary field, but broke a little too far outside, and now the 0-2 count is for him. Now he's going to have to battle back and protect a little. Aiming outside. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Taken just a little on the outside. Doesn't connect, though. 1-2 is the count now.
Stats have not been friendly to Kirkland this year. He's been playing a lot better than what his stats might say.
1-2 pitch. Taken again outside. Evens the count up 2-2.
And I say that, he's only got 2 doubles, but he's just hitting a ton of hard line drive singles.
2-2 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be drilled out to the center field again. Dincola back, and unfortunately, though, right into his glove. That's going to be out number 2. And like you said, Mark Kirkland hitting the ball hard, but hitting it right at all these guys here in the field. It's just unfortunate. Which is, it happens every now and then for every single player. You feel like you're hitting the ball well, you're doing everything right, and unfortunately, there's just a defender right there moving 2 steps and getting you out. Part of the game. It's a frustrating game, but eventually they're going to drop for Mr. Mark Kirkland. That's going to bring you up the designated hitter, Tate Gamble. First pitch to him, inside corner, does connect on the inside. Starts it off 0-1.
Gamble's had a really good season for the Power. 462 on base percentage is just absurd. He has a great eye for the plate.
0-1 pitch. Taking in the dirt, evens it up at 1-1. That's what you like to see from just as a team player. You know, I always say that stats or with averages, that's a player-to-player basis, but OBP as high as it is, you're doing something for the team. Next pitch outside, moves it to 2-1 now. Pretty good eye. Nice little waist pitch, though, by Riley. Might be setting things up going to inside again. 2-1 pitch. Fastball did go inside low. It's going to be grounded over to Stein. That's going to get off to Stein's glove and out into the outfield. And Tate Gamble is going to be on the base path now for the Power with still 2 outs in the inning. And officially off the official score, that will be an E4. Looked like a pretty easy grounder myself over here. I agree with that call. So that's going to bring up former PSCL All-Star and now Power player Tyler Priest from Incarnate Word. Ready to get his first chops in here today. Throw back out to first, keep Gamble close. Gamble hasn't even had his sliding glove put on yet. He is already being thrown back.
Priest, another guy that only hitting 187, but he's hitting the ball really hard this summer.
First pitch to him, outside, way outside enough for him to take. 1-0 to start this count off. You always can recognize Priest. He always has his white helmet and his bright yellow batting gloves. You'll never be able to miss him. 1-0 pitch, low and outside. Moves the count to 2-0. It's real nice when you can be able to recognize somebody just by like one piece of clothing. Tate Gamble playing happy feet. 2-0 pitch over the heart of the plate. The count is now 2-1.
Priest, a guy who just recently entered the transfer portal, still 2 years of eligibility, is going to be a great addition to some team this year.
Two-one pitch. Does connect on the inside corner, a little high, but in the zone nonetheless. Evens the count up 2-2 with 2 outs. Priest with a pretty high OBP of 322 as well. He's been finding the base path. Wants to bump that average, though, up. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Try to get that frame job to come a little more in, but umpire recognized that. We have a full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Gamble's going to be on the move here. Well, the standard just an old-fashioned hit and run nonetheless, at least to protect it here. Here's the pitch. Going to be a chopper over to the second base side. Is it going to get through? Yes, it is going to get through. Gamble moves second over to third. He's going to stop there, and the Power now have runners at the corners, and they still have only just 2 outs here. Looked like it was going to be a tricky play. Nonetheless, looked like Stein was moving over to his right, but as soon as Priest hit that, he had to change tracks and move over to his left to try and get it, and didn't make it in time.
Well, that's exactly how you draw up the hit and run. It took Stein away from his position. Otherwise, he would have been right there for that play. And, you know, that's exactly how you draw it up. Tyler Priest gets himself a base hit. Gamble to third base. Now you got 2 outs, but runners at the corners, and here comes Porter Pittman trying to add on to his hot night last night.
Oh, yeah. Porter Pittman got not only his first Power hit last night, he also had a triple late in the game. First pitch to him is going to be taken inside. Start things off 0-1. And he's got some speed on him, so like we saw in that triple, he wants to show it off again here. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball does go over the heart of the plate, and it moves the count up to 0-2. And then now have to choke up, battle a little bit. Now, the 0-2 count, would you be surprised with maybe a hit and run with Tyler Priest moving here?
A little, but not really with 2 outs.
0-2 pitch. Well, Tyler Priest is going. He's going to get himself into a pickle. Unfortunately, though, he's going to get too close to Larson. And unfortunately, that's going to be just an official caught stealing. That's going to do it for this inning. So the Palm Spring Power are able to threaten for a run, but unfortunately, they're not able to score. We're going into the top of the third. We still got a good score even here. 0-0. We'll see what they can do in the top of the third inning.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley.
Relax.
Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure, just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh yeah, whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
It's one thing to be honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
Top of the third now. Palm Spring Power and Havasu Heat. Havasu Heat 0-0 here early on. Miles Halligan back on the mound. And Brae Foust and Zach Reynolds here on the call.
Halligan needed just 19 pitches to get through those first 2 innings. That's really efficient.
So to start things off here, it's going to bring up Luca Tincola, the center fielder for the Heat. Miles Halligan starts from the stretch. First pitch to Tincola is going to be taken up in the zone. Doesn't connect. 1-0 to start things off here.
If Halligan can eat up a ton of innings, that would be so huge for the Power as they have a doubleheader looming tomorrow.
1-0 pitch. Nice little slider breaking ball there. Had him chasing again. 1-1 to start things off. That's just vintage Halligan at this point. So with a 1-1 count, Halligan has a sign. Next pitch catches that outside corner beautifully, moves it to 1-2 now, and now he's got Luca at the grasp of his hands here.
Just looking for yet another punch out.
1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swing. That's going to be strikeout number 4 for Mr. Halligan. Nice piece of pitching there. And we now have 1 out here in the top of the third inning.
That breaking ball has been working wonders for Halligan here. Sometimes he has trouble with the release point, and it can be a little all over the place, but he is spotting it up exactly where he wants to tonight.
And the key there is what I've noticed is that his diversity of speed and his breaking ball having some diversity there as Dylan Peterson just throws his bat swinging there. Strike 1.
Gonna need some more pine tar, I think.
Yep. Get the spray can out, folks. We're gonna need just some sticky stuff here. So he's retrieved his bat now, and we're ready to get going here. Yeah, like I said, like he's got some massive heat there, upper 80s, lower 90s here with his fastball, but his breaking ball just, it looks like from the eye, at least eye's perspective, it's just way completely different speed-wise. The 0-1 pitch. Right there. Nice little breaking ball, catches the lower end of the zone, and now he's got an 0-2 count.
And see, that's a key, too, is he can spot it up for strikes and doesn't have to rely on chases.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. And they're going to throw it around the horn again. It's now 2 outs now for the Power. Strikeout number 5 from Miles Halligan here in 2 2/3 inning. That's going to bring it to the top of the lineup, though. Coda Larson had a line out over to Cole Abrams earlier. Hoping to not become another victim of Miles Halligan. First pitch. Fastball up in the zone. An easy take, though. Moves it to 1-0 to start things off here. Halligan has a sign. He kicks. He deals. Another fastball over the lower end of the zone. Evens it up at 1-1 now. Looking locked in here on this beautiful night in Palm Springs Stadium. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Blew it right by him there. He moves the count to 1-2, and now he can mess around. And honestly, I don't even know what he's going to throw at this point.
He's in the driver's seat. He can throw another fastball right by him. He can throw a breaking ball to freeze him for a strike or get him to chase on one.
Halligan kicks. He deals. Swung. That's going to be a grounder over to the third base side. And Jason Leone had to just dig it deep and try to see if he can grab it. Nonetheless, it gets through him. That's going to be a tough play either way, and that's going to be ruled a hit. And the Heat have themselves a base runner on the base path now.
Yeah, an infield single there. That's a tough play for Leone or Abrams to have to try to make.
Yeah, it looked like he was just hustling over there trying to make a play, and he might be kicking himself a little bit, but that was, yeah, like you said, a tough play nonetheless to make. Well, with that being said, Robert Gaffney now back up to the plate. Struck out last time. Hoping to not be the first guy to have 2 strikeouts of the night. First pitch. Fastball over the outside corner. Starts things off with a 0-1 count. He's been pounding that outside corner all night, starting things off here.
He's been very consistent with it. I mean, consistency is key, efficiency is key, and Halligan's doing all of it.
The 0-1 pitch. Swung on grounder over the second base side. Priest actually able to snag it. Nice little hop there, but he's going to throw that away. Kirkland can't reach it over, and the runners are going to move over into scoring position off that. Unfortunately, Priest with a nice little snag of the glove, not able to connect, though, with Kirkland. That's Kirkland stretching out, and that is going to be an E4 as that moves the runners over to second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Boy, half of the job right there. Tyler Priest was excellent. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to finish it there.
I think after that took that bad hop on him and he made the nice snag, I just think he rushed himself a little bit, didn't realize he had as much time as he did.
So Nick Torres up to the plate now, swung on and missed. Looked like another off-speed pitch in the dirt. It's going to be an 0-1 count. Nick, first time. This is going to be the first time Nick Poss behind the plate is going to have to fully defend here and be a true wall behind the plate as they have runners in scoring position here.
If you're Halligan, you have to realize you just made 2 pitches that allowed base runners that weren't your fault. Either the single, an infield single, then an air, weak contact. Just continue to do exactly what you've been doing.
0-1 pitch, swung on. That's going to be a ground liner over to the right first base side. That's going to get through. 1 run is in. Here comes the second runner across. And that is going to be an RBI double, 2 RBI single for Mr. Nico Torres. And the Heat are starting things off in the lead, 2-0.
Some really unluckiness there from Miles Halligan. A great effort from Mark Kirkland on that, diving, trying to stop it, just couldn't quite get to it. And that one, again, not hit super hard. Halligan's forcing weak contact. It's just things are breaking the Heat's way so far, and you just have to trust your stuff, continue to do what you're doing, and believe that these power bats can come back. They do it all the time.
Oh, absolutely. These guys have the heart and the soul and are able to make contact when they need to. First pitch over to Chris Ortega is going to be fouled off out of play, 0-1. And they've been behind before by round 2 of this early in the game. They know how to come back. With these bats, they're able to, keep themselves in the game for the longest time. Plenty of time left, especially with it only being the top of the third inning. The 0-1 pitch, runner goes. We swung on, foul off. Looked like hit and run was in effect. Moves the count to 0-2, and Nico Torres is going to have to move back over to first.
Ortega, 1 for 1 already today. He hits the ball really hard for the Heat. He's down 0-2 here. I'd like to see that breaking ball from Halligan. I think he can get him way out in front. But I think he's a really good fastball hitter, so I'd try to stay away from that.
Might be going with a breaking ball. Aiming to the outside. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Taken. Strike 3 called. Looked like over the heart of the plate. Had Chris Ortega full, and that's going to be out number 3. But not before the Heat are able to get onto the board first. They've taken a 2-0 lead as we are going into the bottom of the third inning. Your score, Heat 2 and the Power nothing.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese, meat, cheese, meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy. 'Cause Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love love this.
Our target is men.
What's a target?
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome to the Power YouTube channel here on the Power Baseball Network. Brae Foust, Zach Reynolds here, bringing you some more baseball action. The Heat able to take a 2-0 lead in the top of the second, but Porter Pittman, who's got a little bit of a hot streak as of last night after that single and triple he had, ready to start things off here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to him, swung going to be a little chopper on the first base side. It's going to be a little tough play, and Pittman with his speed makes it a one pitch and able to run out to the first base side. Gaffney was a little fooled on that end and dropped the ball right there.
Well, when things are going good for you, things are going good. Shows off the speed there. And here comes Cole Abrams, who's also been really hot this entire second half of the season. I'd like to see him get another one into the gap and just be able to watch Porter Pittman fly around these bases.
I'm excited. It feels like anything in the outfield, Porter Pittman might be scoring all the way from first base. First pitch to Cole Abrams going to be outside, taken for a 1-0 start. Cole Abrams has some speed on his own, so Porter might have to just sprint around just to make sure he doesn't get caught. Next pitch swung on and missed over the heart of plate. Evens the count up 1-1 now. Then after Abrams, you got the dangerous Jacob Mejia in the 2-hole. So the 1-1 pitch, way outside. Another easy take for Abrams. Moves the count to 2-1 now.
Nice hitter's count. I might send Pittman here, try to be a little aggressive.
2-1 pitch. Runner does not go, and that's going to be low. Moves the count to 3-1. I think now with a 3-1 count, if you haven't stolen yet, might send Porter right here just to mess around with Riley here on the mound. Might force a ball 4 situation. 3-1 pitch. Porter does go, and that is high. And that is going to be a 4-1 base on balls for Cole Abrams. So unfortunately for Porter, Pittman doesn't get the official stolen base, but moves into scoring position as Jacob Mejia is now up to the plate now for the Power with a chance now to.
This is exactly how you want to see the Power respond after giving up a couple of runs. They get each of the first 2 batters of the inning to reach, and now we got the heart of the lineup coming up, 2, 3, 4.
You see Mejia powered over the right field wall. Would love to do so again right here. First pitch swung on, fouled off into the back net. Starts things off at 0-1. Now it looks like the wind might be blowing into these players' faces now. Maybe not a whole lot of power coming off, but we'll have to see. 0-1 pitch. Looks like that's going to be in dirt, ball 1, and that is going to move the runners over, both of them into scoring position now. It is now a 1-1 count.
Well, that went in the dirt and kicked off the shin guard of Peterson and kicked away. Like Pittman and Edmonds could just walk up to their new base basically, and now just one hit to the outfield could tie this one right back up.
Yeah, Jacob Mejia recognizes that now, but he wants to power them both in here with just a nice 2 RBI base hit. Next pitch swung on. It's going to stay fair. No, it is not. It's going to loop just a little too far left. Foul ball. Mal makes it a 1-2 count. Looks like they might have jammed him up just a little bit, tried to turn on that, but unfortunately didn't turn on it fast enough and jammed it up on him. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Score still 2-0 Heat. Here's the pitch. Swung on ground over the second base side. Stein bobbling, gets it in front of his chest, throws over to first though. Jacob Mejia is out, but that does score Porter Pittman. And the Power on the board now. It is now 2-1 Heat.
You'll absolutely take that if you're Mejia and the Power. You bring one across. There's still just one out. Abrams moves up. Mejia did his job.
So that's going to bring up Brandon Leon with the third man in the lineup. Ready to get things going for him again. Has a one out to play with and a runner at for third base, ready to score. First pitch to him. Swung on, grounded over to the shortstop side. Larson does have the ball. Throws it over first. Puts him out of the way. And it actually drags Gaffney off of the bag. And he's safe at first with another runner come to score. It is now tied 2-2.
Just like that, it's a brand new baseball game, Brae.
Absolutely. It's what you like to see. A nice hustle there by Brandon Leon to get over there safely. And now, Nick Poss coming out here to get things going. There was a little chit-chat, though, for manager and field umpire with the Heat. Now they're going to converse to see if they want to change that up. No, they're going to call it safe, ask for help.
Still just one out. Poss with a big opportunity here. Had a really good at-bat last time. They ended in a strikeout, but he was able to work it to a full count. He's got a good eye for the zone. He's going to look for something to drive here.
So Brandon Leon takes his lead to start at the first base side. Nick Poss has his ready to get going here. First pitch taken outside. Starts things off with a 1-0 count. Like an easy take there. Was caught looking his last time around with pretty good at bat, but things changed. Brandon Leon moving on over to second base. Here's the throw down. Is he in time? No, it is not. Brandon Leon has himself a stolen base, a stolen hit, stolen bag, and the count is now 2-0.
Leon has got some great speed. He's got the potential, you know, with his defensive ability, his pop off the bat, his speed. He's got a lot of tools, and he showed off one of them there.
And now still with one out. The force is now off the table. Nick Poss. And the runner goes again. Brandon Leon over to third. Throw over to third. Is he in time again? Yes, he is safe. So 2 pitches in, and Brandon Leon has himself not one but 2 stolen bases now.
I mean, just like that, he's got a read on Riley, it seems. He took off great jumps there.
So now with a 2-1 count, Nick Poss just has to bloop it out to right field, and he will have himself an RBI. Next pitch is a breaking ball to catch the outside corner and evens it up at 2-2 now. So Nick Poss is going to have to defend just a little bit here.
He's got to try to hit it to the right side.
2-2 pitch. Way outside. Was the outside pitch that he was looking for, but a little way too far outside.
Ideally want to hit this one towards the second baseman. If you can't get it in the outfield, at least a ground ball to second base. That's the toughest throw to try to get Leon at home.
So the payoff pitch. Taken too high in the zone. That's going to be ball 4, and Nick Poss has himself a walk. And the Power have runners now at the corners, and we still have just 1 out in the inning. Pretty good at-bat there for Nick Poss. Had Riley throwing a lot, and now it's going to bring up Jason Leon.
Riley clearly some struggles with runners on base. He seems to be a little bit more erratic with his pitches when there's guys on base, throwing more balls in that situation.
Throw back over to first. Keeps Nick Poss close. He's keeping a little closer there before he tries to attempt to steal, looks like.
Poss is a catcher, but he is a speedy one. He's got a lot better wheels than you would think from a catcher.
And he's going to go. First pitch to Leon. It's going to be thrown down. He's going to end time. It dropped, and that is going to score. Brandon Leon. That is going to be a ball 1-0 to start things off. And the Power have taken the lead here in the bottom of the third. It is now 3-2.
Well, just like that, the Power using speed to all of a sudden go from down 2-0 to up 3-2. I mean, just like that with the speed of Pittman, Abrams, Leon, and Poss.
If their hit's not working, it's their gloves. Their gloves not working, it's the speed. These guys have got a lot in their arsenal to hurt a lot of teams. The 1-0 pitch swung on. That's going to be fouled off down the right field line, and that's going to move the count to 1-1 now.
And, still just 1 out. Poss still in scoring position at second base, and the Power always seem to score in bunches, and got a big opportunity for that right here.
Behind Jason Leon's going to be Mark Kirkland. The 1-1 pitch fouled off. Just barely reached that and clipped it just in time, but that's going to move the count to 1-2 now. So Jason's going to have to protect a little bit. When you think about just pushing that across over the right field side, or just keep it in play. So with 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The Power have scored 3 in this bottom of the third inning, hoping to score more. 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled that off. He line shotted that out of the stadium. Moves the count to, keeps it at 1-2.
Somebody's going to take a stroll in Sunrise Park later on and have themselves a souvenir.
So with 1 ball, 2 strikes once again. Jason trying to do everything he can to keep the bat alive and possibly score Nick Poss from second base. Riley looking in, does finally have his sign. He kicks and he deals. Swung on, looked like an off-speed pitch. Jason able to catch up to that in the nick of time. Fouls that out of play, and we will do it again at 1-2.
Leon has been fouling off today, seeing the ball well, spoiling good pitches, just trying to get that one that he can drive.
Now it looks like we're going to have some action in the Havasu Heat bullpen. 1-2 pitch. Outside, does connect on the outside corner. Strike 3 called, and Jason Leon is sat down on strikes. And unfortunately, look there, and that is going to put out number 2 in the inning.
I'll say about home plate umpire Jerry Romero, he's been very consistent. That pitch, I personally think is a little off the plate, but he's been calling it all day. And as an umpire, you just have to be consistent, and that's what he's been. Can't argue there.
First pitch to Mark Kirkland. Just misses the outside corner. Start things off at 1-0. Kirkland off that fly out 8, that deep fly out 8. Looking to score Nick Poss here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 1-0 pitch. Taking, that's going to be a line shot opposite field. And Coach Dill rounding Nick Poss from third, headed home. And that is going to get in time. That is going to be another run on the board for the Power. Mark Kirkland with an RBI single. It is now 4-2 Power. Did exactly what he needed to do, just push that out to left field side, and Nick Poss with the speed was able to round third and head home easily.
Well, as soon as Halligan gave up those 2 runs, we said he's got to not worry. He knows his Power offense has his back and can put up runs in a hurry. And they immediately did that. I mean,
that's how it works here at Palm Springs Stadium.
And they might not be done yet. But they got Tate Gamble coming up to the dish. He's another guy that can hit the ball hard all over the yard.
As I said, Tate Gamble, designated hitter for tonight's game. 0 for 1 to start things off, but looking to keep the momentum going here at Palm Springs Stadium. First pitch to him, swung on, foul off into the net. He's going to start things off with an 0-1 count.
It's only the third inning, and Riley already just threw his 65th pitch of the game.
Boy, 65 and 2 2/3 innings pitched. Fortunately, that is a little much, as we are seeing a little bit more action now in the bullpen for the Heat. 0-1 pitch, taken in the dirt. Nice block there by Peterson, but evens the count up at 1-1 now. Kirkland takes his lead. Not a big lead, but a lead nonetheless. 1-1 pitch, a little too far inside for Tate Gamble. Moves the count to 2-1 now.
If you're going to throw inside to Tate Gamble, you have to make sure it's in and off the plate just like that, because if it's inside but over the plate, he's going to turn on 1.
He has the power to do so and the bat to do so. Next pitch, swung on, fouled off into the stadium seats. Evens the count up now at 2-2. Yeah, with Tate Gamble, like you said, if it's in the inside part of the plate, though, he will drive that out to deep right center field. And that's trouble. That's going to spell trouble. Even more trouble than what the Heat are in now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Kirkland is running. Ball in the dirt. Not going to be able to throw that in time. It's going to be a full count now. Mark Kirkland has moved over to second base.
Mark Kirkland's a big guy, but he's got some sneaky speed. It's his 4th stolen base of the year.
And even for a first baseman, you don't see a whole lot of first basemen that are stealing the bags here, but he's got the speed to do so. So Riley having to step off the mound just a little bit. Gamble's ready to go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The payoff pitch. Swung on. It's going to be fouled off back about right next to us, almost in the press box again. But that's going to keep the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes, and we'll do it again here.
Really, really good at bat from Tate Gamble. Just trying to extend this inning with 2 outs. Not going away easily.
Or at least extend the bat here. He's doing an excellent job making Riley throw even more pitches than he wants to. The payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off again on the inside corner. And we will do it again. Another great battle here between Riley and Mr. Tate Gamble.
The more pitches Riley has to throw, the more likely he's to throw a cookie to Gamble.
Here's the payoff pitch again. Off speed pitch. That's going to be driven over to left field side. Underneath it is Torres. Does make the grab. And that will complete the bottom of the 3rd, but not before. The Palm Spring Power able to get back not just a tie, but the lead in the game. They're able to put a 4 spot here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll see what the defense can do coming up in the top of the 4th inning right here on the Palm Spring Power Baseball Network.
In the battle of the burgers, one man made a declaration of delicious. Jack. He set forth, armed with artillery no one saw coming. Boxes and boxes of mouth-watering burgers. He was determined to bring great taste to this great nation in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of flavor for all, so that everyone could taste history-making burgers. And America ate it up. True story. With fresher and tastier ingredients, we're making every burger better, like the new Double Jack. History never tasted so good.
Top of the 4th inning, Palm Spring Power have taken the lead here 4-2 after that nice 4 spot to get them back in the lead as we're going into the top of the 4th inning. Here at Palm Spring Stadium, it's going to be Jacob Stein to start things off, and Miles Halligan back on the mound again. First pitch is going to be, he's going to reach over that one. Going to be an easy play for Porter Pittman, makes the grab, and that's going to be 1 pitch, 1 out to start things off here in the top of the 4th.
Well, Miles Halligan had already been really efficient, and then he gets a 1 pitch, 1 out. I mean, things just keep working for him. He's got a lead now, 4-2, and let's just watch him settle in.
Casey Bowenchak now up to the plate for the Heat. Third baseman hot corner for today's matchup. Miles Halligan has a sign. He kicks and he deals. A little too far up in the zone. Starts it off with a 1-0 count. Bowenchak 0 for 1 today. 1-0 pitch. Over the heart of the plate off that speedster right there. Evens it up at 1-1 now. So 1-1 is the count. Boss is moving on the outside. 1-1 pitch. Halligan did go outside, but a little too far up in the zone. Now it's a 2-1 count. Halligan looks in. He does have a sign now. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Catches that outside corner again. It's going to even it up at 2-2.
He's already got 6 strikeouts, looking for his 7th here. He has absolutely been cruising.
So 2-2 is the count. Looking for number 7. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice little snag there by Poss, though. Showing off the glove work there. But it's going to fill the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Halligan most likely would be going with the fastball. At least we would think. We'll have to wait and see. Here's the payoff pitch. He did go fastball and try to go low, but Owenchak was able to foul that off, and we will do it again at 3-2.
Halligan has given up those 2 runs, but both of them were unearned. He's just been really good today. He's given up 3 hits, and most of them weak contact.
Here we go. The payoff pitch again. Breaking ball, swinging and miss. It's going to get in the dirt, though. Going to be a good old-fashioned drop third strike. K2-3. That's going to be out number 2 and strikeout number 7 for Mr. Miles Halligan. Had him chasing in the dirt, looking like a golfer, and had an easy put out for Nick Poss over there to throw it over to first base.
He's been efficient. He's been throwing swing and miss stuff. I mean, that one, he's been throwing kind of a slider type. That one looked like more of a 12-6 breaker. Either way, breaking ball's working.
Hey, whatever works, make it work. First pitch, another breaking ball, but that one did not come down in the zone. It's going to start off Levi Hall with a 1-0 count. Yeah, like you said, he's given up 3 hits, but every single one of them has just been weak and not even mistakes, just unfortunate spots where they're placed in the infield. 1-0 pitch. Taking a little low in outside, moves it up to 2-0. Probably the only good hit that the Heat have happened was at top of the second first base hit for Chris Ortega over the head of Cole Abrams. But other than that, it's just been weak contact. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Went right over the top of it. It's going to now move the count to 2-1.
Really big hack there from Levi Hall, trying to get his team back into it with one swing.
Halligan trying to finish this inning off here. Would like another strikeout on his line. 2-1 pitch. Fastball. Had the bat just staying on the shoulder there from Mr. Levi Hall, and that evens the count at 2-2 off the fastball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Miles Halligan looking for number 8 on the night. He has some room to mess around with Levi Hall. Well, let's see what he has here. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball just a little low on the zone. That's going to fill the count up full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like a nice pitch from up here. But
that was a really good pitch, just a little low. Hoping for maybe even a chase. Didn't get it. Got to throw another good one here.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball. That's going to be popped up over to the second base side. Priest underneath it, but no, Abrams going to call him off, and that is going to be out number 3 off the pop out 6. So nothing happened here in the top of the 4th inning. The Power looking to put some more runs coming up here on the bottom of the 4th right here on the Palm Springs Power Baseball Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back now to the Palm Spring Power Baseball Network. Power taking on the Havasu Heat. 4-2 is the score in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tyler Priest going to start things off here for the Power. First pitch taken over the heart of the plate. Starts things off with an 0-1 count. Priest 1 for 1 today with a single out to right field. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Looked like he tried to get him to chase on that one, but Tyler Priest has been hitting the ball pretty well as of late. Doesn't chase at that one. The 1-1 pitch. Taken in the dirt again. And it's going to start things off at 2-1. Priest with his white helmet and yellow gloves, ready to get some more action in today's at-bat. Next pitch is going to be chopper. They're going to stay foul. It's going to be bounced a little further out foul. That's going to move it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I think his Palm Spring Power teammates are giving him some grief there, having some fun with it. As they should. They're the #1 seed here in the playoffs coming up. They've worked their tails off this season, 24-1, looking for win number 25 of the season. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Tyler Priest had to move quickly, turns his back on it, and that is going to hit him, clip him at least. And he's on the base path now with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. So Porter Pittman now up to the plate. 1 for 1 with that little chopper single over to the first base side. It was a high chopper, able to just sprint that one out easily. Easily for him, hard for all of us up here. He's got the wheels to do it. First pitch to him, way outside, another easy take. He's going to start his count with a 1-0. As I said, last night was able to get his first hit of the season. Not only that, his next at-bat was a nice sliding in triple. Next pitch, slider. A little too far on the slider. Starts things off at a 2-0 count. 4 runs off 4 hits and 1 error against the Heat with 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Correction, 3 errors. Next pitch taken for a strike. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Still some action in the bullpen. Ready to take Riley out if need be. Riley's going to quickly just step off for a moment. Pittman's going to step out as well, get his little wiggle in, stride in, and he's ready to go now. Priest takes his lead over at first. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Pittman knew it. And now he's got to defend here with 2 balls and 2 strikes. What the mastery is of on the mound, able to mix it up a little bit, fool everyone every now and then, thinking it's going to be off speed. In fact, instead of just a fastball down the middle. 2-2 pitch. Another fastball catches the outside corner. Strike 3 called. And Porter Pittman is down on strikes. And that's going to be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Got him fooled again, thinking off speed pitch again. Unfortunately, blew the heater right by him on the outside corner. Nice placement there by Raleigh, though. So that's bad news with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. The good news is that the Power are back to the top of the lineup, and it is Cole Abrams up to go. Cole is 0 for 1 today, has walked. Hoping to find another way to get on the base path. Riley looks over at first. He kicks, he deals. Fastball catch the outside corner again. Mr. Home plate umpire been very consistent. He's been calling that all night. Doesn't miss it again. We have an 0-2 count now. Riley has a sign, looks over at Priest at first. 0-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Cole Abrams knew it right then and there. Another fastball over the heart of the plate. As soon as it was caught in the catcher's mitt, he just started walking off and knew exactly what was coming next. That's going to be a strikeout looking. So after Tyler Priest able to get on the bag off the hit by pitch, Riley able to have 2 strikeouts back to back. First pitch a little outside. It's going to get off the catcher's mitt. Tyler Priest rounds second. Able to make it there with no harm, no foul, and no trouble off the wild pitch. So Jacob Mejia 0 for 2 today with a ground out in both of his plate appearances. Hasn't had a chance to show off his power tonight, but has a big opportunity to do so. He might be looking for a fastball low and in or high and in to turn on and drive it out to the auxiliary field. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be popped up. That's going to be trouble. Bone Rack does get underneath it. Bone Check does get underneath it. Makes the grab. And that will do it for the inning. So, nothing coming across the score for the Power as they are going to take the field again into the top of the 5th. Your score, Palm Spring Power 4 and the Havasu Heat 2. See if they can come back here in the top of the 5th inning right here on the Power Baseball Network.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax. Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure. Just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh, yeah. Whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
When it comes to air conditioning and heating questions, Desert Air has the answers. Like, did you know it is recommended that you change your filters every 6 months to keep your air as clean as possible? And do you know it's important to service your system at least twice a year to keep it running optimally, especially here in our extreme desert conditions? Desert Air knows. And with a team of experienced and factory-trained technicians, we are here to help with all your air conditioning and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
Top of the 5th now here at Palm Springs Stadium. Brae Foust and Zach Reynolds here. Ready to get things going back up again. Top of the 5th inning. Score still 4-2 Power. Miles Halligan back up on the mound. Back up on the bump. Ready to get his 5th inning of work going. 51 pitches in 4 innings total. He's been pitching pretty good so far. If you count 7 strikeouts, pretty good. First pitch is thrown up in the zone. He's been starting that off a lot. Usually with every start of the inning, usually starts with a fastball up. That's going to be a 1-0 count now. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Had him chasing on that end. That just turned in, again, that's another vintage pitch right there by Miles Halligan. Just has him chasing there. The 1-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Nice pitch there. Moves it to 1-2 now. Halligan looking for strikeout number 8 on the night. The 0-2 pitch. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. It's going to move the count now to 2-2. Nice little waist pitch. As Luca Dincola up to the plate. So 2-2 is the count. Halligan has his sign. He kicks. He deals. Oh, that breaking ball has had a lot of bats chasing after it. But Luca Dincola finally recognized it. Did not move on it, and that's going to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miles Halligan have to change things up here if he wants the punch out. Payoff pitch. Fastball, maybe a breaking ball in the dirt. Dincola doesn't chase after it, and that's going to put a runner on the base path off the base off balls. So now with the runner at first, that's going to bring up Dylan Peterson. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swing, and one of the victims of Miles Halligan. We're going to have some action now in the power bullpen. We might be having some movement going. Bunt is squared up. That's going to be, though, fouled out of play, almost near the press box here. So 0-1 is the count. I think our public address announcer had to try to stretch out and grab it there, but a little too far out for his reach, a little too far for our reach up here. Squaring up to bunt again. Halligan throws over to first, though, to keep the runner close. Still with an 0-1 count. Squaring up to bunt again is Peterson. That one is going to get down, but really quick to Kirkland. Throw over to second is in time, so the sacrifice bunt is not successful. They're going to get the lead out at second base, and they're going to keep the force at first. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. That was an excellent bunt on the first base side, but Mark Kirkland got to it immediately. Maybe 1 or 2 steps is all it had to take. Was able to beam it over to shortstop. And that is out number 1. That's the good news. The bad news is, though, is that the power now at the top of the lineup with Coda Larson taking his first pitch in the dirt. Starts off with a 1-0 count. Halligan, that ball in the dirt was a 60th pitch in 4 1/3 innings pitched. One 0 pitch. Taken, catches that outside corner. Strike 1. 1-1 now for Coda Larson. Coda 1 for 2 today with a ground ball to the shortstop. Cole Abrams. It's tough play nonetheless. Wasn't able to get to it. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Unfortunately, ricochet maybe off the home plate itself. That's going to get right over the head of Nick Poss, and that is going to move Peterson over to second base. A little bit of bad luck there. Nick Poss going to go over and talk to his pitcher real quick. Make sure everything's okay, or at least let him know, calm him, just to relax him just a little bit. Even if Nick Poss dropped to his knees on that end, that fastball catching that front end of the plate, bouncing, ricocheting off that was going to be a difficult play to block nonetheless. So, but that will go down as a wild pitch. 2-1 is the count. Next pitch taken, called strike. Evens it up at 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes for Coda Larson. Miles Halligan looks over at second base. He kicks, he deals. Swung on and missed off the breaking ball. Strike 3 swinging. And that right there is going to be another K for Miles Halligan on the night with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. A nice little pitch there to get the second out of the inning. Still with the runner at second base, though. That's going to bring up Robert Gaffney, the beer batter for tonight's game. First pitch to him. Swung on. That's going to be driven pretty deep out to center field. But Brandon Leon trying to get underneath it. Does so. Makes the grab, and that's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. So, some great work there by Miles Halligan. Able to get out of there. No harm, no foul. We're going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score, Power 4, and the Havasu Heat 2.
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
So, you like meat?
I like meat and I like cheese.
Meat. Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah. But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese. All right, we'll look into that.
It's one thing to be honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
We've reached the bottom of the 5th inning. Power still up 4-2. The Havasu Heat have themselves a brand new pitcher. It's going to be Colton Anderson, number 36, getting on the bump now here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Tall southpaw for the Heat, going to try and come in. Starter Landon Riley, gave him a chance to win. Only 4 runs, and all of them in that one inning. He was pretty solid today. It's just the power got to him there in the 3rd. See if Anderson can shut things down for him, or if the power can continue to have their way with the Heat's pitchers.
So leading off now for the power here, Brandon Leon going to get things rocking here. Right behind him, Nick Poss and Brandon Leon's big brother, Jason, in the hole to start things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Leon got on base last time with a little actually reached on an error and then showed off the speed.
First pitch swinging up and away in the zone. 0-1 to start things off in the bottom of the 5th. Sun now starting to fully set here in the Coachella Valley. We have reached the beautiful night sky of Palm Springs, California. Next pitch fouled off in the mitt, but fouled off the mitt nonetheless. 0-2 count is that count now.
Boy, I tell you, Brae, with the sunset, it's a little bit cooler. This beautiful backdrop. What a great night for baseball.
It was a beautiful night, a great night for some more power baseball, going for 25 wins of the season. 0-2 pitch, taken fastball, strike 3 called, catches that outside corner of the plate. Nice start there for Colton, and that's going to be out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, Anderson, he's working quickly. He gets the ball and immediately goes. That's a theme with these Heat pitchers. That's clearly what they've been being taught. Boogie was like that yesterday for him. And their starter today, Riley, as well.
So that's going to bring up Nick Poss up to the plate. First pitch taken on the outside corner. Another fastball. 0-1 is the count. Yeah, I've noticed that too. The Heat have been primarily a fastball team on the mound. It did come to bite them, though, when they faced off against Anthony Angel Jr. last night. 0-1 pitch is fouled off again into the back net. Starts it off with an 0-2 count.
Anderson seems to have a lively fastball, but if that's the only pitch he's throwing, then these power hitters are going to be able to recognize that and jump on it.
Well, the 0-2 count, he might have being off speed here. Nope, he goes right back to the fastball. Strike 3 swinging, and Nick Poss is down on strikes. Swinging strikes nonetheless, and that's going to be out number 2.
Colton Anderson's going to have to be careful with Jason Leon coming to the plate. Leon's a guy that likes to swing early in the count. If he sees a fastball first pitch, then he'll be ready for it. If you're Anderson, you can throw that fastball, but you have to place it above the zone. If it's in the strike zone, Leon's going to do some damage on it.
Yeah, the problem with this power team, they are adaptable, and they know how to adapt to any kind of pitcher. They can do it pretty quickly. First pitch is going to foul off Mr. Leon himself. 0-1 to start things off here.
Looks like that might have been a changeup. It was had Leon a little out in front.
0-1 pitch. Taken up in the zone. A little too high around the eyes of Jason Leon. 1-1 is the count now. Colton kicks. He deals. Swung out, it's been grounded over the second base side. Stein does get the ball, throws over to first, makes the grab. Gaffney does. And that is going to be a quick out, number 3, and a quick bottom of the 5th inning. So, nothing happening there. We're going into the top of the 6th inning. Let's see if we have another pitch and change for the Power. I'll give you that info just a second right here on the Power Baseball Network.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese, meat, cheese, meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy. 'Cause Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this.
Our target is men.
What's a target?
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
Our family at Desert Air has always had one mission: to provide our community with comfort solutions that fit their lifestyle and budget. For over 65 years, Desert Air strives to meet and exceed our customers' expectations, not only by keeping them comfortable, but by continuing to stand behind our service, products, and knowledgeable staff. Desert Air is family-owned here in the Coachella Valley since 1954 and will continue to be here for all your AC and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
Top of the 6th inning, Power up 4-2 going into the top of the 6th. And we have us a new pitcher on the mound for the Power. It's going to be Mr. Morgan Weiss, ready to get his chops in on the mound for the Power. After a nice, impressive outing for Miles Halligan.
Weiss, a lengthy left-hander out of East Nazarene. He's got a nasty changeup. Really works against the right-handers down and away. Had a season with 98 strikeouts in just 62 innings at East Nazarene.
And all around, just a great guy to hang around with. Absolutely a good person to be around. Well, he's ready to get his chops in. First pitch of the inning. Fastball a little low in the zone. He's going to start things off with a 1-0 count here for Mr. Nico Torres.
Weiss standing around 6'4", it throws across the body. Really hard to pick up the ball from him.
1-0 pitch, catches that outside corner. Starts it off with a 1-1 count now. Looking like Morgan might be early off on the inside, on the outside. Might be pounding that zone all night. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, yep, went back to the outside corner. Starts it off with a 1-2 count here to Nico Torres.
Weiss trying to get a strikeout here. The first batter ever faced for the Power.
1-2 pitch. Well, that one was a little way outside on that end. Nice, easy take for Torres. Moves it to 2-2 now.
Almost hit the bull with that one.
Almost, at least. So with 2 balls and 2 strikes, we'll see if Morgan goes back to that fastball on the outside or goes off speed here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Catches that outside corner. Strike 3 swinging. Mr. Morgan Weiss has himself a swinging strikeout. And the Power have the first out of the inning. Top of the 6th inning, that'd be his act.
Or there's that nasty changeup I was talking about. Breaks last minute down away from the right-handed Torres, and he swung right through it.
That's going to bring up Chris Ortega, the cleanup hitter for the Heat. First pitch to him. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Start things off with an 0-1 count. Figuring out the zone pretty quickly. That's what you like to see from your relievers. Just to jump on in and start pounding the strike zone. 0-1 pitch. That one didn't pound the strike zone. A little high. Evens the count at 1-1.
We're just trying to work in that fastball. If you can start throwing that for strikes, then that changeup will be even more deadly.
The 1-1 pitch. Taken just a little low, though. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but just a tad low on that end. 2-1 is the count now. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Looked like another changeup had him chasing there. Evens the count up at 2-2 now.
That changeup, it just drops off the table at the last second. You have to swing at it because it looks like a fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Next thing you know, you're fishing.
2-2 pitch. Taken just a little low again. He's pounding the lower end of that zone very nicely. Chris Ortega not budging that. Looked like strike 3, but we're going to fill the count up at 3-2 now. Payoff pitch. Taken, catches the inside corner. Strike 3 called. A nice piece of pitching there by Mr. Morgan Weiss. And we now have 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Well, he goes away a lot with that changeup, and he froze Ortega there. Fastball inside, caught the corner. That's great pitching right there.
Showing Casey Dill what he's got to offer him with 2 straight strikeouts. As that's going to bring up Jacob Stein now. First pitch off speed, tried to break in. Broke in maybe a little too late, though. It's going to be a 1-0 count to start things off. Stein 0 for 2 today. Mr. Weiss trying to make that an 0 for 3 night. Next pitch swung on and missed. Evens the count up at 1-1. Morgan Weiss might not go a whole lot, maybe just 1 or 2 innings, but he wants to show off what he's got in store for us. Next pitch swung on, popped up. Doesn't look like that's going to stay in play. It's going to get out into the bleachers. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1 strike away from striking out the side and his power debut.
Definitely something you would love to see here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Almost guarantee you that changeup's coming here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. Morgan Weiss, 3 straight strikeouts. And we're going into the bottom of the 6th inning. We've got the Power ready to go. Coming up later in the bottom of the 6th, we'll see if the Power can do it here on the Power Baseball Network.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Morgan Weiss getting the crowd going here after that 3 strikeout 1-2-3 inning for the young man on his power debut. Nice piece of pitching there as we are now reaching the bottom of the 6th inning. Your Power still leading 4-2. Boy, we were excited up here in the press box, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, a power debut, striking out the side. Nasty changeup, a couple nice fastballs as well.
That's probably, for any kind of debut, at least for a pitcher, that's as good as a home run to start your MLB career, your first at-bat. That's the best feeling in the world for any pitcher nonetheless. It's what you like to see from any kind of debut, and we're just excited up here as much as Morgan Weiss and the crowd is here at Palm Springs Stadium. And now, leading off things for the Power is going to be the big Bart Kirkland to get things going off the momentum, the high momentum here at Palm Springs Stadium, and hopefully just get things rolling with a nice base hit, maybe a double. So first pitch to Kirkland, swung on. That's going to be driven pretty high down the left field line. That is going to get foul. A nice grab, though, by Dorsey Chatham, who's warming up now in the Power bullpen.
Anderson had a really good inning last inning for the Heat.
0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded over to the first base side. Does not get through, though. Gaffney makes the ball. A little foot race over to the first base side. And unfortunately, Cole Anderson's going to beat Mark Kirkland off the 3-1 putout. It's going to be one out here in the bottom of the 6th. And we got ourselves, looks like a pinch hitter coming up, my friend. It's going to be Mr. Noah Blythe, ready to get his chops in for today's matchup. Noah Blythe has been just itching to drive one out to Barista Road. He's been telling us like he wants to be on that board for a home run. First pitch taken up in the zone, doesn't connect. 1-0 to start things off here.
Well, he always hits the ball hard. It's just he's been some pretty unlucky sometimes. He's a line drive hitter, just happens to hit it hard right at guys.
1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled off into the net. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strikes. And like I said, with Colton here on the mound, he's just been throwing a lot of fastballs. So if Noah Blythe can just jump on it, he's going to be on the group of of power home run hitters. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, hard line drive down the first base side, but that is going to get just foul. It's going to move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Blythe out of Antelope Valley trying to get D1 opportunities, and he deserves it. I mean, he can hit the ball hard all over the yard. Doesn't strike out very much either.
The 1-2 pitch, swung on a little chopper over the second base side. Stein does make the grab, throws over to first. Blythe showing off the wheels, but doesn't make it in time. And that's going to be a 4-3 put out. Nice speed there by Blythe to give him a chance. That's going to be the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. And after that fine piece of running, we're going to have ourselves another pinch hitter. Looks like it's going to be Double AJ Anthony Angel Jr. up to the plate now. Let's get his chops in for today's matchup.
Well, I take a showing of what he did last night, another one. He had an absolute nuke into left center field yesterday.
Hoping for number 3 on the season right here, right now. First pitch taken for a ball. It's going to be a 1-0 count to start things off. He was looking for a fastball last night and got what he wanted to when he hit that home run. With Colton just throwing a lot of fastballs, he might get his wish again. Swung on and missed. Blew it right by him, though. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strikes.
Well, Anderson has a really good fastball. It's working really well for the tall lefty.
The 1-1 pitch. Taken just a little outside. It's going to be a 2-1 count now. As I said, Dorsey Chatham getting warmed up now in the Power bullpen. 2-1 pitch. Another fastball, but low this time. Moves the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. And if Angel can get on the base path, it's going to bring up another pinch hitter. Looks like it's going to be Emmanuel Dean. 3-1 pitch. Swung on. That's driven out pretty deep out to right field. Over his Hall makes the grab, and that is actually going to do it with the fly out 9. Pretty nice hit, though, for Anthony Angel Jr., but Hall able to make the run. And that's going to end it for the top of the 6th. So we're going to the top of the 7th now. Your score still remains Power 4 And Heat 2, we'll see what they can do before we stretch it out here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Imagine a place where birdies tell tales. Where hard to describe is easy to find. A place that brings the stars closer to Earth. Can you imagine? This is Rancho Mirage.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the 7th inning here at Palm Springs Stadium. Power still leading 4-2. Score hasn't budged since the 3rd inning. After a top of the 3rd inning for the Heat, able to score 2, and the Palm Springs Power answering themselves with 4 runs in that inning. After that, though, nothing's happened. As we're going to have ourselves a new pitcher on the mound. It's going to be Dorsey Chatham taking over for the Power. First pitch of the inning, right on the inside, catches Mr. Casey Bowenchak off the forearm. And first pitch is going to be a hit by pitch off the night to start the night off for Dorsey Chatham. That's first pitch. You can throw a warning shot every now and then.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything intentional with that. That one just got away from him. But Chatham leads the team in ERA 0.95.
So the second pitch of the night, swung on and missed for Levi Hall. Fouls it off into the back net. It's going to be an 0-1 count to start things off. And even with the night sky and the sun fully set now, it is still a fairly hot night here in Palm Springs, California. Something I'm still not even used to, even after being out here for a couple months now. Can't only imagine what these guys are going through in these baseball pants and jerseys. 0-1 pitch, high and away in the zone, evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Chatham with an 0.95 ERA, only allowed 2 runs in 19 innings this year, or only 2 earned. He's got 37 strikeouts to only 5 walks. He has been nothing short of elite in Palm Springs.
Absolutely, has been a go-to guy in the relief duties. He's been pitching well, a 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball doesn't come around, though, to catch the corner. It's going to move the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. I might be still a little shaken up trying to figure things out after that first hit by pitch, but nothing Dorsey Chatham has been able to not fix quickly. He has his sign, looks over at first real quick. He kicks and he deals. Swung on and missed. Looked like another off-speed pitch, kick taken low. It's going to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good opportunity to work back after the hit by pitch and get the next guy and just keep the line moving.
Might be at least trying to keep it low. Look for a grounder of some sorts to get him 2 outs in this inning quickly. Or he might just go for the punch out right here. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, try to go back door again. Doesn't connect though, and that's going to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cham, as you said, like I said, he's been a great man on the relief duties. Been the go-to guy nonetheless. Able to go long innings as well if he needs to. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed on the outside corner. Strike 3, and that's going to be out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Still a runner at first base, though.
I was able to battle back there. Probably wants to do that in less pitches ideally, but he was able to get the strikeout nonetheless. Got the swing and the miss there, and now you're 1 pitch away from getting out of it.
So Luca Dincola now up, ready to get some swings in again. Dorsey Chatham now looking for that ground ball to end this inning. Breaking ball tries to come back around with the good old-fashioned sick nasty, but doesn't come back around in time. It's going to be a 1-0 count now. Like a pretty nice pitch there. I think the frame job might have been a little too much movement there. Chatham has a sign. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball, that's going to be up the middle. Going to get through into the center field for a base hit. Luca Dincola has himself a hit. And the Heat now have runners at first and second base. Still with only 1 out in the inning.
Starting to threaten a little bit here, but Chatham has the ability to shut things down by himself. Can just blow hitters away. See if he can do that here. Peterson 0 for 2 today.
He's going to bring up, like I said, Dylan Peterson 0 for 2. The catcher for tonight's matchup. Again, doesn't change a whole lot, just a movement of station to station. The force is still in play. A ground ball can do it. First pitch to Peterson. Off speed, had him chasing there. 0-1 to start things off. Boy, these power pitchers and their changeups have just been top-notch, if I could say so myself.
Just a crazy breaking ball there that had Peterson down on one knee trying to golf at it.
Oh, 1 pitch. There's that grounder right there. It's going to be over to second base. Throws it over second. Throw it to first. That's going to be in time. 6-4-3 double play. Abrams, Leon, and Kirkland made it look easy and smooth right there. And the Power are back at the bats going into the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here at Palm Springs Stadium. We'll see if they can add some more insurance right here on the Power Baseball Network.
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
So, you like meat?
I like meat and I like cheese.
Meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese. Yeah. All right, we'll look into that.
It's stretch time now here at Palm Springs Stadium. We're going into the bottom of the 7th inning. Power still leading 4-2. A nice little double play to get them out of the top of the 7th inning. But now they're ready to have a chance to get some more insurance runs going here. As Emmanuel Dean going to be pinch hitting now. Get his reps in for tonight's matchup. Going to be taking Porter Pittman's spot. First pitch to Mr. Emmanuel Dean. Grounder, hard grounder down the right field line. Over to the Heat dugout. Going to start things off the 0-1 count. Been saving up Emmanuel the last few days now. Getting ready for playoff matchups. Next pitch over the heart of the plate. It's going to change the count to an 0-2 now.
Dean's got some big-time pop as well.
Anderson has his sign and the windup. He kicks and he deals. Fastball a little too far inside. It's going to move it to a 1-2 strikes now. Like I said before, he hasn't been in the lineup a whole lot as of late. Most likely to preserve him. Your Power, the #1 seed in the playoffs coming up this weekend. Next pitch way outside. Evens the count at 2-2 strikes.
Guy used to be a running back. He's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of speed as well.
So the 2-2 pitch on its way. Taken up in the zone. It's going to fill the count up now. 3-2 strikes. Emmanuel Dean battled back very nicely here. Looking for a nice little fastball meat pitch to swing at. Payoff pitch. Taken just a little high. Not in the zone. Emmanuel Dean's going to get himself on the base path now, as that's going to bring up Cole Abrams for the Power. Things are getting back into the lineup now.
It was a really, really good at bat from Dean there. Started down 0-2. Didn't expand his zone. Worked his way back.
So Cole Abrams ready to get some more chops in today. First pitch is taken on the outside. A little too high, though. 1-0 to start things off. Cole 0 for 2 today. Hoping to change that right here. Next pitch fouled off the catcher's face mask. Let's even things up 1-1. Cole has been the go-to guy as the leadoff hitter for the Power. He's been showing his speed, showing off his contact abilities. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Up in the zone. Moves the count 1-2 strikes. Been absolutely top-notch as your leadoff hitter this season. Emmanuel takes his lead. Oh, almost slips there in the dirt trying to get back, but does get there in time. And we're going to have ourselves still a 1-2 count here. Anderson sees a sign. Emmanuel Dean takes his lead. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. No correction, went right by. The catcher just missed that there. That's going to be strike 3 swinging for out #1.
It's a really good pitch there from Anderson. Went in on Abrams. He swung through it.
So that's going to bring up the COD native, Jacob Mejia. The mullet power ready to go. Throw back over first, though. Emmanuel Dean gets back in time this time. Doesn't have to trip up. Mejia 0 for 3 for today. Hasn't had a chance to show off the power. First pitch, Emmanuel Dean's off on the move. First pitch strike. The throw over is not going to be in time. Over into the outfield. Emmanuel Dean has himself a stolen base. We're going to start things off with an 0-1 count to Jacob Mejia.
We talked about that speed, but I mean, he just got a tremendous jump right there. I mean, he was taking off as soon as Anderson lifted up his leg. No shot really for Peterson to gun him down.
Showing off why he was a running back in the day. Still is. Showing off the speed here in the Power Stadium. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, driven out to left center field. That's going to get down, though. Emmanuel Dean being sitting around third, headed home. He's going to get there in time. Jacob Mejia with an RBI single. It is now 5-2 Power. Jacob Mejia saw the outside pitch, pushed it out to left center field. And there you go. Emmanuel Dean showing off the speed again. Just strolled right into home plate.
Absolutely. Really good piece of hitting there by Mejia. Didn't try to pull a ball that was outside. If you do that, you're going to ground out to second base every time. He took it the other way where the pitch presented itself and has 2 RBI now today.
So Brandon Leon now up to the plate, 1 for 3 today. First pitch he sees way outside low for a 1-0 count. Good eye, as a couple of the crowd here pointing out that it was a good eye. Jacob takes his lead over at first. Anderson throws. Tried to go for the outside corner, just a little too much movement, a little too far out. He's going to move it to 2-0 now. Anderson kicks and he deals. And Leon swung on and missed. Tried to drive that out to deep right field. Fortunately went right over the top of that, and that's going to be 2-1 now.
If that would have been a fastball, I mean, he might have hit a home run on it, but he got the off speed and got fooled by it, swung over it.
2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That was the fastball, but unfortunately that time it was behind. It's going to move the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He was looking to drive that ball out to the auxiliary field. Now he's going to have to defend here with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taking fouls that off. Actually, it looked like it fouled right off of maybe his face. Had to run away from the pain. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I thought that's what it did, and yeah, he's checking. We got the trainer out just to check his face. Yeah, immediately we got the gauze in the nose. We got ourselves a little bloody nose here, folks. That's an unfortunate outing right there. Hope everything's okay. I hope it's just nothing but pretty much a punch to the face. Hope everything's all right.
Just tapped it right off the plate, and it went right back up into the face. That's something that just happens sometimes in baseball. Maybe he'll is hopefully going to be okay here. Got a great athletic training staff taking care of him. That's Corinne Covine down there.
She has been like just a key aspect here of this power team. Always able to rush over and make sure every one of these players are staying safe, staying healthy. And that's really is unfortunate. Usually with off of any kind of hit off the bat, it's typically going to be faster off the bat from even the first velo. So I can understand that pain. That still hurts. So we're going to let the trainers take care of him just a little bit. Let make sure everything's all right, and at least start to stop up this bloody nose. When we come back, it'll be a 2-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Like your bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger.
Go! Your bacon ultimate cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best bacon ultimate cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
Back now here at Palm Springs Stadium. And Brandon Leon back up in the batter's box, ready to go again. A tough cookie after taking a foul ball off the face. But now he's got himself still a 2-2 count and has to defend. Here's the pitch. Taken way high. It's going to move the count full 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Gonna try to get some revenge on the baseball, put a hurt in on on the ball this time.
I agree. He definitely looking for some kind of payback here. Throw back over to first, keeps Jacob Mejia close. Still though, he has got himself a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wants to knock the cover off the baseball right here. Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled off into the net, and we will do it again at 3-2.
Really good at bat here from Leon, especially with, just in general it's a great at bat, but then when you also factor in that he just took a ball off the face and he's still able to foul off a couple of pitches.
Would you like to see the heart of this team going up forward? Next pitch swung on, that's going to be popped up. Might have some room over. Unfortunately moved a little too far, did Peterson. That's just going to be a foul ball, and again, we will do it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like he just overran that one. Just a touch.
That ball was popped up a mile high. That was tough. It's always tough to try to judge those. It's moving around when you're running. The ball's bouncing, and just couldn't quite bring that one down. Leon gets another chance at life in this at-bat.
So we still have a full count here. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The payoff pitch again. Inside, does not connect with the inside corner. And Brandon Leon battles hard. Gives up his blood, sweat, and tears literally to get himself a walk. And the runner's at first and second now for the Power.
Really great at bat there from Leon. Still just 1 out. Couple runners on now. Already 1 across in the inning.
And now it looks like they are going to have a pinch runner coming in for the Power. Take over Brandon Leon.
It's going to be Richie Amavisca.
Jinxed. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know we were playing that game. Yep, Richie Amavisca. Now going to be running for the Power. First pitch taken on the outside corner did Nick Poss. Going to start things off with a 0-1 count. Mejia takes his lead. Amavisca takes his lead. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Blew it right by Mr. Nick Poss, and now it's going to move to an 0-2 count, and Poss is going to have to defend now.
Man, Anderson's got that really, really good fastball. It's just he's trying to work in some other pitches that, aren't quite finding the zone. You can't just throw fastballs every time.
0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Looked like it ricocheted off the catcher's mask. We'll do it again at 0-2. Defending well, as like you said, he's been throwing a lot of fastballs and placing them pretty well, but like you said, it has to be more diverse. At the end of the day, one of these power players, we know how much they can do, and they can power off anything once they adapt to your pitching style. So no balls and 2 strikes to Nick Poss. Runners take their leads. Anderson kicks and he deals. Off-speed pitch did get him there. Strike 3 swinging. That's going to be the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Had him fooled there on the off-speed, looking fastball again, but unfortunately he's going to be set down swinging.
Anderson made the exact adjustment that we were just talking about and threw a really good changeup there that works well off that super hard fastball he has. It's just great pitching right there. You got to tip your cap.
Nothing else he can do. So from one Leon brother to another Leon brother. Jason Leon up to the plate now for the Power. 2 outs now. In the bottom of the 7th, runners at first and second. First pitch. Swung on, it's going to be fouled off out into the park behind us. A little souvenir for somebody to find out there. Going to start things off with an 0-1 count. Still got a couple gusts of wind. Small gusts here, pulling out to right center, right field. Beautiful night sky again.
Leon's got good power to the right field, to the opposite field. And seen him hit a couple of doubles out that way. The wind blowing out that way a little bit. If you can get one into the air, it might help him.
Absolutely. It looks like right field's playing in just a little bit. Left field center playing a little further back. Probably recognizing Leon does have a little power on him. Next pitch taken, evens it out at 1-1. We've seen Jason, he knows how to put power on a opposite field hit, so might need to be careful on that end for the Heat. Anderson has this sign. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Right into the catcher's chest protector. Moves the count to 1-2 now.
Good battle going here. Anderson up to 48 pitches now. Leon trying to continue to drive that up and get something he can hit.
If Leon can get on the base path, or at least find his way onto the base path by any means, going to bring up the dangerous Mark Kirkland. Looking back over at second base. 1-2 pitch. Up in the zone. A little too high, though. Evens it up at 2-2. Easy take there. Anything up in the eye level usually is going to be called a ball 99% of the time. The 2-2 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says the field umpire. That's going to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Amavisca and Mejia are going to be on the move now.
Ball into the gap almost certainly scores both of them, with Amavisca having great speed at first base.
Runners go. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, driven out right side. Ricochets off our light pole. Nice another battle here between pitcher and hitter, and we will do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he put a really good swing on that ball. He's just a little late on it. I mean, we've talked about Anderson. It's throwing really hard. Just have to be on time for it. He's late on that, but did square it up. Just got to be a little bit more on time, and they're off to the races.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will still be on the move. And we're going to have a little spin move there by Anderson. Is that usually a sign? That's usually a sign of maybe discomfort or just not feeling it right there when he has to turn back, especially with a 3-2 count with 2 outs.
Just got to focus on the hitter in this situation, make 1 pitch.
So we're ready again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on the move. Up in the zone, ball 4. Jason Leon's going to take his walk. Jacob Mejia over to third. Amavisca over to second. We've got a bases loaded situation here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, and the dangerous Mark Kirkland up to the plate now.
Kirkland already with an RBI today. He's got now 11 on the year. He's drove in, runs well. He's been a pretty clutch player. See if he can be clutch again here.
First pitch to Mark Kirkland. He swung on. That's be driven high down the left field line. Looks like that's going to get out of play, though. Start things off with an 0-1 count. Got a couple arm, at least one arm working out in the bullpen of the Heat. Mark would love to burn Hall out in right field and burn that over his head. Score 2, maybe 3. 0-1 pitch. Taken outside, doesn't connect. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kirkland can hit the ball really hard, even if it's just on the line. He's not gotten under a ton of baseballs this summer, but every time he makes contact, it seems to be screamers.
1-1 pitch. Taken a little low. Nice take as well. Moves the count to 2-1.
2-1 count here with the bases loaded. I mean, really the bulk of the pressure is on the pitcher here. You got to recognize that as a hitter and look for 1 pitch in 1 spot.
2-1 pitch. Kirkland fouls that off on the outside corner. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, he was trying to reach at that end, but fastball caught him on the outside portion of the plate. Now Kirkland doesn't really defend a whole lot. He's going to choke up just a touch on the bat, but doesn't look like he just does defend. He just goes all out. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Peterson tags home plate, and that is going to do it for the bottom of the 7th. So the Power able to get another run on the board here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going into the top of the 8th. Your score, Power 5 and the Heat 2.
Like your bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger.
Go! Your Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger.
hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
Welcome back now to the Palm Spring Power Baseball Network on YouTube. Brae Foust alongside Zach Reynolds. Power still holding on to a 5-2 lead. Used to be a 4-2, and after a bottom of the first run coming across, they've moved it to a 3-run lead, 5-2. It's going to be Coda Larson to lead things off as Dorsey Chatham is back on the mound for the Power. First pitch inside. Larson had to turn it away on that one. It's going to start things off with a 1-0 count.
Larson 1 for 3 with an infield single. Eventually came around to score the first Heat run.
Next pitch in the dirt. Might have ricocheted off the home plate umpire. Move to 2-0 now. Chatham, after getting out of the 7th inning unscathed, looking to get another inning of work done here. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Looked like he got him chasing on that end. 2-1 to start things off now in the top of the 8th inning. Chatham has his sign. 2-1 pitch. Inside, a little too high though. It's going to move the count to 3 balls in, 1 strike. Starting off a little slow here. Got a good hitters count for Larson now. Chatham doesn't want to lead things off with a walk here. 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. If I'm not mistaken, is that number 6 of his season?
Only number 6.
Only
yeah.
number 6, yeah.
You know, that's very good to this point. He's now pitched 20 innings. This would be his 21st on the year. Had to sit there for a long time, a long offensive inning for the Power. Hopefully he can find his groove here after a few pitches.
Ain't nothing a good old-fashioned 4-6-3 can do. Right, he can do with right here, right now. First pitch to Robert Gaffney though, swung on. That's gonna be fouled out of play down the right field line over to the first base concession. It's gonna be an 0-1 count to start things off for Mr. Gaffney. Couple changes for the Power now in the field defensively. Mark Kirkland over in left field now. Amaviska over at second base. Manuel Dean over in center. Next pitch was taken for a ball. Evens up at 1-1. Jacob Mejia over at right. And Jason Leon moved over to third. Or correction, he's always been at third. One pitch. In the dirt, going to get in front of Nick Poss, but a little too far in front of Nick Poss, and that's going to move the runner over to second base now. Off the wild pitch. Correction, I was thinking of the other Leon brother who was taken out. Jason Leon has been in center, and he moved over to third base now.
Leon started at third, moved over to second, now he's back at third. And Anthony Angel Jr. is at first base.
A lot of movement here after that one injury. So the 2-1 pitch can be fouled off into the net. Evens that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right behind Robert Gaffney is going to be Nico Torres on deck and Chris Ortega in the hole. So meat of the lineup here for the Heat. Chatham's going to have to work a little quickly here. 2-2 pitch. Taken up in the zone. Fills it up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't want to walk another one here.
No, definitely have to get this guy right here settled down. You've got a lead, just throw strikes and use your defense.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes is the count to Gaffney. The payoff pitch. Fastball fouled off right into Nick Poss. Might have been the shoulder or the thigh of some sort, but either way, part of the body that wasn't protected by anything. Gonna walk that off just a little bit though. Yep, actually got him right in the neck.
It's tough. Catcher is the most demanding position in baseball. One of the most demanding positions in the sports overall. Hopefully he's okay. He's a tough guy. Catchers have to be.
Absolutely. Anything off the neck, though, like the side of the neck, luckily didn't hit him in the Adam's apple. We've been talking about something completely different, him choking on himself. But luckily it's off the side of the neck. Hopefully it's just a scrape, though. A little bit of a stinger. Looks like he's going to be all right. Casey Dale coming over now to talk to him. They're hoping not to bring Brian Ball out here. They want to give him a day's rest, or 2 days rest. And Nick Poss is going to stay in the game, though.
Showing off that catcher toughness right here. Gonna get right back down and call another pitch.
Might have given Chatham a little bit of time to recuperate himself off the mound. Try and strike out Robert Gaffney here. Count is still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second base here for the Heat. Payoff pitch. Swung, that's been driven pretty deep out to center field. Emmanuel Dean trying to come back there. Does make the grab. Nice hustle over there to make the grab. That's going to be out number 1, a big out number 1 here in the top of the 8th inning.
That was really impressive by Emmanuel Dean. Showed off the speed again, and also just showed off the ball tracking abilities. When the ball is hit that hard, it's really tough to judge. You've kind of almost predict where it's going to go as it's curving, and Dean did a really good job. An important out number 1.
So with 1 out now here in the top of the 8th, Nico Torres up to the plate. Nico 1 for 3 today, and first pitch he sees is going to be driven pretty hard between short and third. Kirkland has the ball, throw over to home plate side. That's going to get by, though. Nobody covering behind Nick Poss, and that is actually going to score a run for the Heat. It is now 5-3. Unfortunately, just an off throw. Nobody covering in between both Leon and Nick Poss, respectively, as that gets in the backstop. And the runners advance now.
Throw just got overthrown by Kirkland out there fresh in the left field after playing first base all night. Power still with a 5-3 lead. Just got to shut it down and get it back to the bats here. Limit the damage.
First pitch off the third base bag. That's going to get out into the outfield. And unfortunately, Nico Torres is going to round third, head home very easily. Do for about that.
Oh, no. I mean, Ortega has been one of the best Heat hitters over the last couple of days, and that one was smoked. And a diving attempt by Leon and hit off the bag, kind of unlucky there. Now it's just a 1-run lead.
And they're also going to have a pinch runner now for Ortega.
It's going to be Cade Barger.
Ortega has some speed, or doesn't have speed. He has some power on him. Has a pretty good glove at first base, has a good bat nonetheless. But speed is not one of his assets. They're going to bring a little bit faster guy out, ready for him. That brings up Jacob Stein now. First pitch up and in the zone for a ball. Correction, looks like that's a pinch hitter, number 44 for the Heat.
It's Dante Bravo.
Next pitch, Bravo is going to be taken for an even count, 1 ball and 1 strike. As the Heat now moving into their bench territory, trying to get some fresher players out for these upcoming half innings. Still 1 out in the inning. Ground ball will do it. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the net. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chatham struggling just a little bit, but has a chance to get a punch out here or nice little grounder to make a 6-4-3, 4-6-3. He's got options here. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball right up the middle. Chatham tries to throw to second, though, but is wide. That's going to be an E1 as runner from second now moves over to third. And the Heat now have runners at the corners and still only 1 out in the inning.
Well, you had the tailor-made double play right there. It just, pitchers a lot of times, they don't have to make that play very often, and it's tough. They have to try to lead the second baseman into the bag, and that one just threw it into the outfield. Some unluckiness here. Got to know that you made the pitch you wanted, and if you make it again, you've got another double play opportunity.
And a lot of people also just, you don't understand, there's a difference between throwing for a pitch and throwing to a fielder. There's a different technique for both styles, but for a lot of pitchers, they got to work on that. It's a different, like I said, they got to get into a different zone. Usually when I was pitching, I would just try and keep it the same way, just like beam it over. Sometimes it would get away, though. But nonetheless, with that E1, it's going to leave runners at the corners for the Heat. It's going to bring up Casey Bowenchak, who has a prime opportunity now. First pitch, breaking ball, catches that inside corner. 0-1 is the count now. Bowenchak 0 for 2 today. Chatham trying to make it 0 for 3. Next pitch swung on and missed. Chasing that one. Went right by him. 0-2 count now.
I think a little aggression and frustration on that fastball.
So no balls and 2 strikes to Bowenchak. Power still lead 5-4, but the time